Welcome to Q&A Wire.
Here's a sketch of the problem. Our system here consists of the bullet and the bar. The length of the bar is L here, which is equal to 30 inches, and H here is equal to 12 inches. The weight of the bar, WB, is 15 pounds, and the weight of the bullet was also given, so W small letter b equals 0.08 pound. So the bullet with a mass m sub b, and a speed v sub o, which is equal to 1,800 feet per second, approaches the lower end of the bar, which is at rest, so at point B. Since the bar is initially at rest, so I omega 1 here is equal to 0. Now, for the second part of the diagram, so the bullet becomes embedded at point B and produces an impulsive reaction F at point C. So as we can see here in the second part of our illustration or diagram. Now for the last part, when the bullet is embedded, it caused the bar to rotate with point C as the pivot point, giving it a non-zero angular momentum I omega 2, and because of this, point B here and point G, which is actually the center of the bar, rotates with respect to point C. So with linear velocities V sub B and V sub G respectively. So that's basically our scenario in this problem. So for letter A, we need to find the angular velocity of the bar after the bullet is embedded on it. So we're looking for omega 2 here. So before we start with the computation, so let's first convert the values to feet for consistency of units, since our given velocity is in feet per second. So L is equal to 30 inches, and then multiply it by the conversion factor, so 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Okay, so cancel out inches. So we'll have 2.5 feet. And then our H is 12 inches. So this is equal to 1 foot. So in our computations, we'll be needing the mass of the bar and the bullet, not its weight, because what we have is the weight. So let's also calculate for the mass of each before we start with the computation. So mb, which is the mass of the bullet, is equal to its weight divided by the acceleration due to gravity. So this is the weight of the bar. So the weight of the bar is 15 pounds. And then the equivalent of G in feet per second squared is 32.2. So our MB, or the mass of the bar, is 0.466 pound square second per feet. And then for the bullet, so M small b, so we have weight of the bullet over G, so that would be 0.08 pound divided by 32.2 feet per second squared. So this is equal to 0.00248 pound second squared over feet. Okay, so that's it. So those are the values that we have so far. So to solve for the problem, we will apply the relationship between the torque experienced by the bar and its angular momentum. So which is given by the expression summation torque equals the change in the angular momentum over the time interval. So, substituting the equation for torque and for angular momentum, so since we have several here, so this will be summation, so all the forces and the lever arm equals, so the angular momentum is I omega 2 minus I omega 1 over delta t. So we can already cancel this out since the bar is initially at rest. So for the left-hand side, we'll write the equation for the net torque or the torque about point C. So that will be our point of rotation. So take note that the force is not given, but we can actually get this from the relationship between force and linear momentum, which is given by, so F equals change in momentum over the time interval, so which is equal to m delta v over delta t. Now, as for the right-hand side, we can replace I with 1 over 12 times the mass times the length of the bar squared, since the bar is a rod and that's the moment of inertia for a rod. Hence, our equation would be, so m b sub O over delta t times L minus H, because with reference to the diagram, you will see that this is the distance of point B from point C. And then minus M sub VB over delta t then still L minus H, because this is still for point B, and then minus the torque for point G, so M, so that will be the mass of the bar this time, V sub G over delta T, so times, since G is at the center of the bar, so that's L over 2 minus H. So that's its distance from C. Okay, equals 1 over 12 mass of the bar L squared omega 2 all over delta T. Okay, so as you can see, we can already cancel out delta T here. So that's our working equation. So substituting the given values, and we're going to omit the units for simplicity, so we'll have 0.00248 00248 times 1,800 times 1.5, so that's L minus H, minus, so 0.00248 again, and then VB, which is unknown, times 1.5 minus 0.466 times V sub G times 0.25, okay, equals 1 over 12 times 0.466 times 2.5 squared omega sub 2. So, simplifying the equation, so this will become, so 6.696 minus 0.00372 V sub B minus 0.1165 V sub G equals 0.243 omega sub 2. Okay, so this will be our equation 1. So, we need other equations because we can't solve yet the unknown. So, using only one equation because we have several unknown values. So, since V sub B and V sub G here are linear velocities, so we can express them in terms of R and omega using the equation. So, V equals R omega. Hence, VB is equal to, so its distance from C is L minus H times omega 2. So, that would be 1.5 omega sub 2, and then V sub G is at the distance of L over 2 minus H from point C, so this will be 0.25 omega sub 2. So this will be our equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, so now that we have 3 equations, so we can now solve for the omega. So, substituting equation 2 and 3 to equation 1, so we'll have, so 6.696 minus 0.00372, so 1.5 omega sub 2 minus 0.1165, 0.25 omega sub 2 equals 0.243 omega sub 2. So, simplifying the equation, so this will become 6.696 minus 0.008375 omega sub 2 minus 0.029125 omega sub 2 equals 0.243 omega sub 2. So, further simplifying, so this will become 0.280 omega sub 2 equals 6.696. Then finally, so omega equals 6.696 divided by 0.280. So this is equal to 24 radians per second. Now, for letter B, we need to calculate the force at point C, which is the impulsive reaction due to the embedded bullet. So, assuming that delta T is 0.001 second. So, we're looking for F. So, we have delta T equals 0.001. So, let's write that one here. So, to solve for this, so we can use the impulse, or we can apply the impulse momentum theorem, which states that the change in momentum is equal to the impulse. And substituting the equation for momentum and impulse, so this becomes, so change in momentum, so that would be the final momentum, which is mBVB plus mBVG minus the initial, which is m, which is only for the bullet, so m sub b, v sub o, because the bar is initially at rest, equals, so the impulse is equal to the force times the time interval, or the contact time. So, hence, the equation for F from this would be, so F equals, so M, mass of the bullet times VB minus V sub O plus mass of the bar, VG, all over delta T. So, using equation 2 and 3 from part A to solve for V sub B and V sub G, so we'll have, so V sub B is 1.5 omega. So, that would be 1.5 times 24 radians per second. So, that would be 36 feet per second. And then V sub G is 0.25 omega sub 2, so equals 0.25 times 24 rad per second, so this would be 6 feet per second. So, substituting these values into our equation for F, so we'll have F equals, so 0.00248 times 36 minus 1,800. Again, we're omitting the units for simplicity because the equation is quite long. Plus 0.466 times 6 by all over delta T, which is 0.001. So, we'll get actually a negative value, so which is negative 1526 pounds. So, this negative value indicates the direction. So, because in our equation for momentum, we took the left direction as the positive. So, since as you can see in our diagram, F here is to the right, so we got a negative value. So, hence, the force is 1,526 pounds directed to the right.